What's going on, guys? We're going to take a look at AMD. So, out of all the stocks, AMD was one of the stocks that held up, I guess somewhat the best, right? Yes, it is down 5% today, $93.87. They had record, blowout earnings. There's a lot of money flowing into AMD for the longer term. So, a very, very big 401k plan pulled out of a lot of FANG stocks and they put some money into AMD. So it could be holding AMD up a little bit here. One thing that I do want to see, especially if we have a dead cat bounce tomorrow, is do we hold the 5-day moving average on the daily time frame of around $92? Could we get some sort of little relief bounce tomorrow, followed by some sideways choppiness action that kind of drives everyone crazy? 100%. But if AMD can hold, between $89 and $92, which is a bit of a range here. And guys, here's the thing. Here's what makes day trading a lot harder in a very volatile market, right? So everybody wants a volatile market until you're in a volatile market. What does that mean? What that means is that if you're going to use technical analysis, then you are going to need to use a technical stop, and you're going to need to manage your risk accordingly. So for me, if AMD holds $92, which is the 5-day moving average, I'm going to get long in the stock. As long as it's holding the 5-day moving average, you're going to have to continue to hold it. Now, where would be your potential stop loss? Well, it would be a daily close under the 5-day moving average. So what is my potential risk? The next bit of support that we have here is at $89, which is the 10-day moving average. If you're not comfortable with putting up $2 or $3 worth of risk to potentially day trade or swing this stock, on a macro time frame, then this market is not for you. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. The days of setting a 25-cent stop loss in a volatile market where stocks are jumping around intraday dollars at a time is just not going to happen. You're not giving the stock enough room to wiggle. It's not the stock's fault that you are not comfortable with the risk. So just keep that in mind, especially if you guys are day trading. The risk level is a lot bigger. Now, is the reward level also a lot bigger because stocks are going to move more? 100,000%. But just understand that if the stock does move against you and you're using a technical stop, then your technical risk is going to be a lot bigger as well. Just keep that, just be mindful. So with that being said, AMD doesn't turn into a day trade short for me until we lose $90, $89, $90. Then that's when we got room down back to these previous lows of around 84. And then the macro breakdown for, an extended leg down on AMD would be below 83 to 83, $84. Just kind of keep that in mind. We do have the Bollinger Bands kind of curling, and we also have the Bollinger Bands kind of trying to compress a little bit. So anytime the Bollinger Bands compress, it's telling us we're looking for either a big move up or a big move down. And the big move up could be, trying to take us back into the 102, potentially 104 zone, or the big breakdown could be coming all the way back down to $82. So definitely want to keep that in mind. So many charts are so broken because of the volatility. It's very, very hard. Like if I just glance at the chart, there's really not a long position on AMD until we get back over 98. And the profit taking zone on that is going to be around 103. So that's your range. Now to the downside, obviously we wanted to lose a 10-day moving average. So $89, and your profit taking zone is going to be around $83. A big, big range that comes along with the territory. Welcome to a bear market. Triple Qs are in a bear market. AMD is part of the triple Qs. And this is what it is, guys. We're going to have to deal with this kind of market until, we don't. But there's a lot of money to be made as long as you know how to manage your risk and you know how to kind of play these levels intraday. You know when to get out of a stock, you know when to buy a stock, you know when it's time to cut bait, and you actually know what stocks to look for. You can't just be scanning through some scanner or watch list looking for the biggest, hottest plays of the day. You can't just go to Twitter and see what everyone else is trading. You need to focus on a core group of stocks that you like to trade, stocks that you understand how they move on a day in and day out basis. And when you trade the same instruments, the same, markets every single day, you're going to understand the way that they tick, the way that they breathe, the way that they move. And it is what it is, right? I only trade a handful of stocks myself. I'm a high beta trader, which means that, I'm going to be trading a lot of the stocks in the triple Qs. I'm going to be trading the triple Qs ETF. I'm going to be trading the NVIDIA, AMD, things like Tesla, sprinkle in some Amazon with some Facebook here and there, things like that. I mean, I just like the way that they move. They provide enough liquidity for me to be able to get in and out of these plays. And they provide, you know, true daily ranges that are going to be able to allow you to profit from them on a day in and day out basis, where we don't need to, you know, necessarily go out there and look for what's, you know, the most heaviest shorted stock in the market, or what's the most, you know, what's the stock that's been beaten up the most, that has the most potential to run. There's a reason why those stocks are down there, and there's a reason why those other stocks are pumping, right? You want stocks that move on a day-to-day basis. You want stocks where you can learn the characteristic, the, you know, the personality traits of these particular stocks, so you can understand that when something happens, a series of events happens, you know how to exactly play them. If you guys want a strategy on how to day trade, first link down in the description box below. Also, if you guys would like to join my Discord, that link is also down in the description box below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.